Hello everyone, welcome to the next episode of SpongeBob Now. Today, I'm going to talk about every episode of Legends of Bikini Bottom. First, I will be talking about the monster who came to Bikini Bottom, and welcome to the Bikini Bottom Triangle. First, I'm going to talk about the monster who came to Bikini Bottom. Enjoy! In the beginning of the episode, Patrick is playing around one day, when he stumbles upon a few jugs of radioactive waste. He pulls out the rubber stopper, saying he could add it to his rubber stopper collection. This allows the green goo to pour out and contaminate the coral around the jugs. Patrick then starts playing with a snow globe until a big coral monster hovers above him. Patrick hands the snow globe to the monster, showing him how to work it. The monster seems to have just as much fun as Patrick did with it. Then, Patrick and the monster smell each other's armpits, just to pass the time, and then they play a short game of hide and seek. After playing a few rounds of coral ring toss, Patrick jumps in the monster's mouth and rides over to SpongeBob's house. SpongeBob sees Patrick in the monster's mouth and thinks he is being eaten by him. He then has a flashback to a problem, just as bad, the day before, when the ice cube dispenser of the soda machine at the Krusty Krab was broken. Patrick introduces the monster as his friend, and when SpongeBob asks what the monster's name is, the monster simply roars, leading him and Patrick to interpret that his name is Erg. The two proceed to show Erg their houses, and Patrick says Erg can live under his rock. However, he tries it and smashes the rock. Patrick and SpongeBob laugh at this, but then accidentally encourage Erg to destroy SpongeBob's house. SpongeBob has Gary safely escape the house right before it is destroyed. He then smashes Squidward's house before the police arrive and put him under captivity in a barrier. When a cop sneezes in the megaphone, Erg goes berserk. He then goes through Bikini Bottom and the police finally catch him, with one of the cops threatening to sneeze in the megaphone and make him to berserk again if he takes one more step before he gets captured. After Patrick tries, but fails to save him, they drive him out of town. However, SpongeBob has an idea. Erg and Patrick are transported to a snowy mountain, where SpongeBob calls Patrick to request ice cubes for the customers at the Krusty Krab, and then Erg smashes a big block of ice and throws the cubes to the restaurant. The customer who receives 2 ice cubes thanks SpongeBob, who tells him to thank Erg, to the customer's confusion, as the episode ends. Next, I'm going to talk about Welcome to the Bikini Bottom Triangle. Enjoy! The episode begins on one night in Bikini Bottom. A mysterious fog appears and the voices of mermaids are heard singing. That morning, SpongeBob realizes his alarm clock, Gary's shell, Squidward's clarinet, Patrick's cuff links, and Mr. Krabs are missing. SpongeBob was glad that the Krusty Krab was still standing. While investigating to find Mr. Krabs at the Krusty Krab, a customer named Charles tells them about the Bikini Bottom Triangle. Later on, SpongeBob and Squidward are sucked into the triangle. They find Mr. Krabs, who tells them that he loves all the piles of resellable stuff. He realizes that Pearl is left alone at the Krusty Krab with all his money, but she and Patrick get transported to the Triangle too in order to find Mr. Krabs. Pearl and Squidward relax, Mr. Krabs looks for change, and SpongeBob and Patrick look for the mermaids. The mermaid quintet only knows how to surround themselves with cool new stuff whenever they feel like. They call SpongeBob's dilemma TNOP, which stands for Totally Not Our Problem. SpongeBob tries to leave with Patrick, but the latter is love-struck and decides to stay with the ladies. SpongeBob leaves and quickly says he was unable to get information upon return. He simply collapses and is declared dead. Mr. Krabs discovers that SpongeBob has a noticeable case of Bikini Bottom Triangle disease, a very rare and deadly sickness only for citizens of Bikini Bottom who visit the Bikini Bottom Triangle, and quickly discovers an antidote to Bikini Bottom Triangle disease, which is a Krabby Patty. He finds one close by and feeds it to SpongeBob, who is immediately cured from his Bikini Bottom Triangle disease. He then wonders who makes that Krabby Patty. Suspecting that Plankton might have stolen the formula, Mr. Krabs, SpongeBob, Patrick, Squidward, and Pearl, worried that they will catch Bikini Bottom Triangle disease, intend on getting back to the Krusty Krab as soon as possible. The whole group goes to the mermaids, but they are again refusing to help. Not bothered, Pearl tells her father that she wants to go to the mall, as the confused mermaids question this concept. Pearl explains to them what a mall is and the amazed mermaids want to go too. Once Mr. Krabs remarks on this, SpongeBob has an idea and hypothesizes that if the mermaids sing their song backwards, it will also reverse the effects of the vacuum. With this, the mermaids begin to sing backwards, and this causes everyone to get sucked back to Bikini Bottom along with the items. Pearl and her new mermaid friends run to the mall while everyone else looks into the pile to find all of their missing things. While everyone is reclaiming their property, Mr. Krabs wants to see whether Plankton is actually trying to steal the formula again. He instead finds the old sailor fish Charles, who SpongeBob met earlier, cooking the patties on the grill. It is revealed he decided to help out the restaurant while the staff were gone and has caught Plankton in a jar as he was trying to steal the formula himself. Discovering that Charles is the one who made the Krabby Patty for SpongeBob and saved his life, Mr. Krabs is relieved to know that his recipe was safe and sound. Patrick then finds his missing cuff links and puts it on his tuxedo. He leaves out and says to the driver, "Home, Reginald," and then steps inside the limo and drives off. SpongeBob tells Patrick he dropped his cummerbund, as the episode ends. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos. Goodbye everyone.